I met my wife on To Go years back, just 3 months before I traveled to US. She was in year one in university. We kept the friendship till it turns into relationship with much love. I returned to Nigeria the first time when she was doing her youth service. I paid her a bride price, married her legally. I started processing her documents. 6 months, she joined me in the US. She do some degrees and in 3 years she got IT job that is paying well. We lived in peace. She earns more than me because I am a driver. When the money became much, she started acting strange. We have two daughters. She said she do not want to give birth again, that she will look older than her age. Then I will follow some beautiful girls. I was building a hostel somewhere in Imo State, so all my savings goes there. As day goes, she keeps meeting new friends. This set of women are people that have married and divorced. I continued warning her to be careful. She keeps misunderstanding me. I called her mother to complain about her, saying that she cannot give birth again. She only told me she will talk to her and get back to me. I also buy used cars or exotic accident car to export to Nigeria. The business was going good, but I really do not have enough. I asked my wife to borrow me money to put in the business. She told me she wants to use it and buy land in Lekki. I begged her, she refused. I later found out she sent 47 million naira to her mother and elder sister to buy land for her in Lekki. Even where I used to park cars for sale in Lagos was for sale. I just finished shipment and I don't have much money with me as at that time. I don't have enough. I asked my wife to complete what I have and buy the property. She refused. I have to borrow with high interest here to make sure I buy the car stand. Since she started working, I don't know how much is her salary, and I really do not want to know. She only contributes in the house expense, sometimes if she likes. Apart from that, she sends the whole of her money to Nigeria. I called her one day and told her we do not understand each other again. You choose to live a secret life somehow. You change from who you used to be before you started working. I know that money changes people. At this point, you really wish to be a single mother, a boss lady like most of your friends. I am an Igbo man. I need a son. I am not an American man. Anytime you are ready for divorce, get me the documents. I will sign. I rather divorce than watch a wife who I trained in school treat me the way she is doing now. I started sending her money when she was in level 200. After she started making good money, she showed me her true color and true color of her family. Her mom and siblings buys land for her. With their names, no one is having her husband's name. But if I am buying land, house, it is Mr. and Mrs. At this point, this is not the type of marriage I planned for myself. I need African marriage because I am doing everything I am doing as an African man. We are supposed to build together, but I am only building alone. After telling her that, I told her if I go to Nigeria, I will stay alone to develop my business and look for a woman that will give me peace. Few days later, I left to Nigeria. There is a place I bought 107 plots of land 5 years ago at the cost of 250k is now selling at the cost of 1.7 to 2.5 million naira. I was amazed and entered into estate developing fully. There, I got money I never expected. More open doors. I met one lady in Nigeria who is 34 and never married before. We started going out. She was a good girl. I am 15 years older than her, but it doesn't matter. At this time, I will go to USA, buy cars, stay like few weeks, come back. I do not send my wife again. I don't even know she exists. I started building with my new wife. I really do not know what happened. My wife started giving me attention unlike her before. She started opening talk with me, telling me how much she has missed me and how much she can no longer cope without me in the house. She have a leave the upper month from her workplace. She told me she would like to come back to Nigeria for the holiday with our kids so her father can see our daughters too. I was like, okay, but at this time, my new wife is pregnant. We are almost living together. So for peace to reign, I told her my first wife is coming. She is going to stay 2 weeks. So she went to Benin to visit her mom that period. After my wife came back, I don't know how she knew about my new woman. She confronted me. I told her, yes, she is pregnant and I hope she bear me a son. I asked her, how old is our last born? 7 years. You refuse to have more kids. I told her I am ready to divorce you. If you wish to stay in the marriage, you can stay, but will not stop me from marrying a woman who will be an African wife. That night, she came to my room, apologized to me, and begged me please not to go on with the remaining marriage process, that she is willing and ready to give me more kids, that she was just misled. I was surprised because almost 5 years, this woman has never apologized to me, even when she was wrong. That night, she was crying heavily. I began to remember a lot about us, how we met, the first private chat I requested from her, how we met in real life, the first time, the first 350 naira I gave her as a broke boy that needs his girlfriend to be happy, the first intercourse we had, the surprise visit I gave her when she was 7, how I proposed to her, how we planned to have 3 to 5 kids. When I was telling her all these things, she cried the way I never seen her before. I held her, hugged her, and cleaned all her tears. Then put her on my bed. She slept. At this point, I am confused. If to pause marrying the second wife and continue with my wife, or to take her tears for granted. I was confused. All these few days, they are in Nigeria. I really enjoyed the wife I married before. I had good times with my daughters. The day they were going back, when we got to airport, she hugged me and told me, please, my husband, I don't want a co-wife. I have learnt my lesson. Please cancel the remaining process. We kissed. She cried while joining the queue to their boarding gate. I watched them and missed my family. 6 weeks later, my wife told me she was pregnant. I became more confused at the same time and was happy. This my new wife needs me, but my wife needs me too. I really do not know what to do. I had a good discussion with my second wife. She understood me. I sent her to Paris, where her sister stays, gave her good amounts of money for her upkeep till childbirth, even after childbirth. Weeks later, I traveled to US, stayed small, and came back to Nigeria for my business. Months later, my second woman gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. Later, my wife gave birth to a bouncing baby boy too. But the problem is that my wife keeps saying she do not want a co-wife. She has changed well. My wife has automatically changed back to who she used to be before she started working and earning bigger. But the truth is, it's too late. I cannot send my new wife out. Ladies in abroad, I know many of you are earning bigger than your husbands, but please don't let that condition make you to forget where you came from. I have seen lots of Indians, some Southeast Asians that earns bigger than their husbands here in America, but they still respect their culture, which subjects them to respect their husbands as the man do same. It is not a must you share your salary with your husband, but try to do what you are supposed to do without being told. Secondly, stop putting yourself in other person's story. You are not them and you will not be them. Live your life according to your destiny. Your husband may not have ill intentions towards you, while the other person's husband may have ill intentions towards them. Do not lose your good husband or wife because of story you heard about someone else. Finally, if you are married, living happily with your husband or wife, avoid having a multiple divorced woman or man as your own best friend.